What's up? It's HEYOON on Front Row Live.
What's up, guys? Rob here, Front Row Live Entertainment, and I'm hanging out here with HEYOON today. I'm super
Hi.
excited to be sitting down with you.
Hi, I'm HEYOON. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Absolutely. How have you been? You just got to hang out with the Lakers and the Laker girls over the weekend. What was that experience like for you?
Oh my God, it was the coolest thing. And we got to do it the day I landed.
Yeah.
So straight away from the plane to the Lakers game. And I actually used to live here for a couple years. And I don't know, like it was the coolest thing I've done. So, and I got my own jersey, Lakers jersey.
Yeah.
So it was definitely like, what is going on moment for me.
Did it feel like, wow, this is the best homecoming ever?
Yeah, I mean, it's like a birthday.
Yeah,
So
there you go.
It's like, oh, I'm back in LA, loving
There you
it.
go.
Yeah.
So back here in LA, you just dropped the debut solo single, which is so catchy. I want to talk a little bit about Pivot, but before we really dive in on Pivot, like coming in and wanting to deciding to do the solo music, it as amazing as it sounds, I feel like it's also very scary. And then from you came from a group to now being yourself. So what was that kind of dynamic like for you, trying to figure out how to go about it and how to kind of kickstart the solo project?
Great question. What taught me the most in this transitional time is like sometimes people think that starting over is the hardest part, but I realized like letting go of something
Ooh,
that feels so
philosophical.
I know we dived right in there. I'm like that, but like letting go of something so safe and
Yeah.
something that that you're used to and feel great about was the hardest part for me. Definitely, because like the family I had within the group, like we went through so much together that we had that special bond, and I was like, can I do this on my own, So it was definitely one of the biggest pivotal moments
Nice.
of my life. And yeah, I'm so grateful. I got to see them the first night I landed. So after the Lakers game, I got to like reunite with some of the members here.
Yeah.
And we were definitely emotional, like really proud of each other and happy where everyone is.
Yeah.
So yeah.
The fact that going back to like being in a group, you guys all have your own space, your own sound, your own vocals, right? Your style. But then now you come into this as yourself. What was it like kind of rediscovering yourself, like who you are as an artist, what you're trying to like show to your audience, and kind of rediscovering your voice? What was that like?
Yeah, definitely a process. But I think like within the group, what was amazing is that we got to kind of be ourselves, because the group I was in was unique in a way. It was like, what can we all bring from each country culturally and
Yeah.
just who we are as a person? So I think within the group, I was very like me the whole time. It was just a matter of how much of me I can share
Yeah.
with my fans. And like I got to show one side of me that was amazing, and through that experience now I get to show the depth and the variety. And
Yeah.
I have an amazing team now that like really sees the vision that I want to share with the world. So I'm grateful for that.
And you kick started it with such an incredible song, Pivot. You also have this collaboration with Armani White, who is also an incredible artist. Talk to me a little bit about, like, first of all, deciding the song. Like, what was it about Pivot that you felt like, this is my introduction, this is what I'm all about? And how did that collaboration with Armani come about?
Yeah, so first of all, we chose Pivot because like I decided to go with Pivot because I thought it was the good balance of showing stepping stone into the universe I'm creating with my sound.
Yeah.
And I wanted it to really feel like me, and the team understood it. It has like that sexy rhythmic Afrobeats inspired beat and slow R&B type tone singing and my vocals. And I think when these things come together, it's very me, HEYOON, and it's a first step into the world that I'm creating. So it had to be this song, and it's just fun and easy listen. You can listen in the car
Super easy
and
listen,
like while you
yes.
cook. And I'm a dancer. I've been dancing my whole life, so that was important to bring that rhythm into the sound. And working with Armani was so much fun. He was in Korea a couple months ago, and we just instantly became friends when we met. Like, he's a great human besides his talent. So I was just like, hey, you know, my first single's coming out. Like, I would love for you to listen. And he was super down. And yeah, it just happened really like naturally in the best way, like fun way. So I'm grateful for Armani. Like, shout out to you. And we got to bring him to Seoul. He loves Seoul.
Nice.
So, yeah, like last week he was in Seoul with me. Yeah, so many fun things. Yeah.
So the fact that he was in Korea during that time, like, did you guys get to be in the studio together during the recording process? And what was that like?
We recorded from the other side of
From
the
the other side,
world. Yeah. No, I sent him the song and I didn't want to like give too much of like, I want this to be exact that. Because like Armani is such a great artist
Yeah.
himself. So I wanted to be like, go crazy, do your thing. And then we went from there. So yeah.
What kind of moment or what kind of special moment did you feel you had when you first listened to your vocals on Pivot?
You know, it was like, well, not just the vocals, the whole process was very emotional
Yeah.
for me because it was creatively fulfilling and I had a great team that understands that. And I got to be really hands on the whole process, like from writing the song to recording to the music video to the visuals. And so emotional in the best way is the right way to explain it.
Now, I know you've always been pretty open to your audience and just, you know, talking how you feel and what you're going through. So when it comes to this music and now that it's all you, do you feel like you are being even more vulnerable than you have before? Or do you feel like now it's more of a challenge because it's just you right there in front of them?
That is a great question. I think both in a way and definitely, but more closer to definitely being more vulnerable because it's showing more side of me, which requires honesty, requires
Yeah.
vulnerability, and I'm just grateful I get to do that, and I want to make sure with my music. I know that people are gonna relate to with Pivot too. Like it's a very the story within itself is something that everyone can relate to, not just in a love relationship. It
Yeah.
could be that pivotal moment of you feeling like, oh, this is not serving me anymore. I choose me and I protect my heart and go my own way. So I think that happens in any kind of relationships in life. So
How long did it take for you to figure that out?
um
Because I feel like it's easier said than done, right? Like we all
Right.
go through those where it's like, yes,
Right.
I'm changing this. I don't
Yeah.
need this.
Yeah.
But how long did it take for you to feel comfortable and be able to kind of do this like you did with this song?
It's a work in progress, and but it's definitely me stepping into the new world and not being afraid to show the
Yeah.
other sides of me. Yeah.
Now, speaking of all your sides, we watched the music video, and it's such an incredible video.
Thank you.
And you know, going back to you being a dancer, starting off as a dancer, like I love that you give us this. You know, you give us from ballet to breakdancing to like just the spoken word kind of situation, and dance. Talk to me a little bit about the choreography that went into this video, and how involved were you into like how you wanted this choreo to go?
Yeah, so I got to work with an amazing choreographer. Her name is Yubin, Yubina, and I've been good friends with her for a long time actually since I was a dancer in Korea. I knew ever since like I heard Pivot, and when I was going back, I was very determined to work with her. And for Pivot, I wanted it to be showing the dance like choreography but also more of the emotion and expression. So I actually asked her to be a movement director instead. I wanted to make sure this is not like I think every song it's different, but Pivot had a story within itself, and music video I created it with a whole storyline, and I wanted to make sure dance is used as another expression. Same with the vocals and the instruments. It's another part of the harmony that I'm creating here. So I didn't want it to be too choreographed, especially for the music video. Of course, for performance, it's another
that's a different
story. But for the music video, for sure. So
Yeah.
I'm so grateful, and I got to work with a badass like female director. It was a female led creative team, which was like my longest dream. So yeah.
Did it feel like a full circle moment for you doing this video?
100%. Yeah. I was so happy. I like sobbed at home like after the shoot. So.
Yeah, that's incredible. The fact that this song is out now, like, and you kind of give us this this taste of what you will be giving, you know, as far as your music goes. Where does this song fit in your music discography? Is it going to be like a one-off single? Do you want to try and start working on a body of work? Like, where do you feel that you're at with your music?
You know what? I haven't made the decision quite yet if
Mm,
this is going to be in my album or like where this is going to be, but definitely a stepping stone. The first, we wanted to make sure Pivot is a statement piece
yeah.
coming out strong, to just introduce the sound. So I'm creating a bigger world right now, working on what's next,
Yeah.
looking at my team right now, making sure I'm saying the right things. But
Well, the fact
yeah.
that the song was out and you got your fans listened to it and praised it and said everything they said about it, what kind of impact did that have on your creative process and like just think moving forward, like the way that you want to kind of release music in general?
It definitely gave me confidence. And like right up until releasing, of course, I'm
Mm.
human. So there's all these questions, right? Is this the right thing?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, there's no answer. And most importantly, it was like, okay, this is time for me to be vulnerable,
Yeah.
like we said. So a lot of expectations and of course like a lot of build up to it, but once it was out I felt like I gave birth and I finally knew what people mean by saying, oh, putting out music is like
Yeah.
giving birth. And just seeing the fans response, how much they love it and see that it's me,
Yeah.
was just so fulfilling. Like I can't explain it in words. Yeah.
What would you say was the biggest challenge during this process of like whether it was like the writing process, the recording process, the releasing process, the music video? Like where do you feel you got challenged the most?
Emotionally
Yeah.
is the biggest challenge. All good things, like good tears,
Yeah.
overwhelmed in the best way. But in the music video, I actually got to pretend that I know jujitsu a little
Oh,
bit.
man,
Shout
I
out
thought
to
you did.
that's the camera work, baby. But it did spark this new passion in me. I want to like
Okay.
learn for real, maybe MMA or something, like
Wow.
properly, because I've been dancing my whole life, but I learned that it's a whole different game.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, that was very challenging, but fun.
When you go back home, do you still do dance battles?
Dance battles. Well, in my living room with my dog. But yeah, maybe if I can find moments, that would be fun.
Yeah. I kind of felt that in the video. There were some parts where I was like, this would be great choreo for some kind of dance
Right,
battle,
right,
like if you were to jump into one.
Why not?
So holidays are around the corner. How do you typically
Yes.
celebrate your holidays? Do you go back home with family? Do you stay here by yourself? Like, how do you really celebrate your holidays, especially Christmas?
You know what? I'm very like go go go
Yeah.
type of person.
Whatever happens, happens.
I actually did make a plan to really put up a Christmas tree. Like every year I'm kind of working on the next thing, and of course like we're going to work on the next thing cuz I'm having another song come out early next year.
Nice.
We're working towards that, but definitely on Christmas Day, I want to just like relax, have my movies on,
Yeah.
just bake cookies and do like a chill holiday for sure.
Nice. I
Yeah.
like that. That sounds
Yeah.
great.
What are you gonna do?
I am still trying to figure it out.
Okay.
So I have family
Valid,
all over the place. So
valid.
it's like
Yeah.
everybody wants to do something, but I
Yes.
don't know where I want to go.
We have like 3 weeks to plan.
I know,
so-
seriously. So, but it'll be busy regardless. So
Okay, yes.
busy with family, not with work. So, well, thank you so much for hanging out with me.
Yes, thank you.
Congratulations with Pivot. I'm excited that you're kicking off this debut solo career with this single, and I'm looking forward to more for 2025. You guys be sure to check out HEYOON. Pivot is out now, featuring Armani White. Thanks for watching here on Front Row Live.
Thank you.